Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bookology, the show with interviews, blindfolds, and snacks from around the world. I'm BJ Fournier, and tonight we're going to India. Let's get into it, shall we? Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bookology, the show with interviews, blindfolds, and snacks from around the world. Our next guest, Lindsay Bandy, she's going to take us on an adventure into the depths of historical fiction. Now, Lindsay Bandy's debut novel, Nemesis and the Swan, was a number one bestseller in teen and young adult historical fiction. Now, as a youth librarian by day, she lives in Lancaster, Pennsylvania with her husband, two daughters, and two cats. Now, she's held various positions with the Eastern Pennsylvania chapter of the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators since 2014. And she received the 2019 Whoop Award and grant for her work in progress, Double Think. When she's not reading or writing, she treasures hunting, traveling, or eating a donut or two. So she must be super excited to taste some of the snacks, although here's your little secret. Indian culture is typically healthy and meatless. I wonder what that means for their snacks. Well, I guess we'll find out as you join me in welcoming our next guest on Bookology, Lindsay Bandy. All right, guys, we are here. And we are with Lindsay Bandy. Lindsay, say hello to everyone. Yeah, we're going to India with these snacks, so I'm kind of excited to see how you like it. What kind of food? Well, you like donuts, I hear. So that's great. What is your favorite donut? Uh, I I can never. Yes, yes. What's the name of that company that sells the most amazing donuts? You got to help me out here. I wonder if it's where you are. Where are you from? Pennsylvania? Okay. No, but that does sound good. Oh man, they have the softest donuts, and it's just really a simple glazed donut, but it is the best donut. And maybe it'll come to me during the interview, and then I'll just like scream it out, blurt it out randomly. But I have some great questions for you today, and we're going to taste some awesome snacks. But before we get into the blindfold challenge, why don't you take a second and just tell the audience about your book, The Nemesis and the Swan, which is a fantastic title, and the book cover is phenomenal. I'm gonna show you guys the book cover. Awesome. So go ahead. The floor is yours. Awesome, awesome. So you're leaving a little bit to the imagination, which is good. I'm going to try and dig into that, though. I must say, because there are a few questions here that I'm just very intrigued about by reading a little bit of the book myself. So okay, if you're ready, you can grab your blindfold and put it on. We'll be tasting the snacks, and at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and ask you some questions. Okay. All right. So the white box, show everybody the white box, and it should have a couple pieces of tape on it, but it should be easy to kind of break open. But go ahead and do that when you're ready. All right, and you can put the first one on. Or up, rather. Ah, wow, just by the package, huh? That's awesome. I love it. All right. Hold that close to, okay, I think I know which ones those are. Okay. Yeah, that's that right there for the audience, okay? Yeah, go ahead. Open it up. Let's see what we got. You have a bucket to spit in, right? All right, good, good. Yeah, let me see those. No kidding. Sweet, you getting a sweet smell? Oh yeah? Is it like sugary or is it? Yeah? Nice, that sounds good. So it tastes kind of like a waffle cone. Awesome. Good. All right. So now what we're going to do is, let's see here. I'm going to give you a selection, okay? And all you have to do is choose which one you think the right answer is, okay? All right. So just bear with me for 1 minute, okay? Yeah, go ahead. No, have at it. Have at it. And let me just check something real quick, so just stay tuned, okay? All right. We'll be right with you guys. That ought to do it right there. You're going to eat them all by the time I'm done, aren't you?
I will. Yeah, my kids wanted me to save them some. That's not gonna happen.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that they have a good snack. I was really unsure.
I know, I was a little afraid. I mean, and we haven't eaten them all, so who knows what else is in that box, but this is good.
All right, so let's go ahead and check out your options. Okay, so is that called um, let's see, biscuits de India? Is it called Britannia milk beakes? And I'm probably horribly butchering this, but or is it called salted milk crackers?
Oh, hmm.
And if you need me to go over them again, I definitely can do that for you.
Okay. Um, one more time.
Sure.
Tell me that second one again, because the first one was biscuits of India, right?
Yes,
And what
biscuits.
was the second one with the fun word you couldn't pronounce?
Biscuits de India. The second one was Britannia milk beakes or bickus.
Okay.
And then the third one is salted milk crackers.
Okay. I'm not tasting any salt. I'm
Okay.
gonna I think it's the second one. Am I right?
All right. So Britannia milk
Yeah. Maybe I just want to keep making you say
bickus.
that.
All right, let's check it out here. This is what it is, and
Did I hold it
that is
up?
the right answer. Yes,
Is
you got
it?
it. Yes.
Ah!
All right. So if we have anybody interested in your book, and they let us know in the comments below, then we will give away your book for free. Okay.
Awesome.
All they have to do is let us know in the comments that they're interested, and we will definitely do that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. All right. So
Okay. Am I keeping my blindfold
oh,
on?
you got to keep it on.
Okay.
You gotta keep it on for now.
Is my hair all sticking up around
Actually,
it?
it looks good. Actually, it
Okay.
almost
All
looks
right.
like you placed it there before the set.
I did not.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I kind of want to get into historical fiction because it is an intriguing topic for me. Um, so, what is it that intrigues you personally most about historical fiction?
Well, I think what I like about historical fiction is when it feels old, but it feels relevant at the same time. So as I write, I like to think about the emotions that I experience, the conflicts that I experience, and who else in different periods of time might have felt that way. And how can I kind of translate my experiences, my emotions into another time in history. So I think for the French Revolution, definitely, I mean, that was a very wild and crazy time in history, but you had those polarizations politically, definitely, and that feels very emotionally real,
Hmm.
and where I can kind of imagine myself in that situation, whether it's my book that I'm writing or a book that I'm reading. I like to be able to really identify and imagine myself there.
That's perfect. I'm kind of the same way as you.
Yeah. Yeah, all the just details. I like the research, but I only remember facts if they mean something to me or if they make me feel something. So just the dry facts I check out. But if it's, if I can really connect emotionally, then I'm all in.
Nice. All right, so let's dive into the second snack here, and I'm gonna ask you while you're
Okay.
showing it, I'm gonna ask you another question, okay?
Okay. Oh, I got a little one.
Oh, she's going with the smaller one.
Can
Okay.
you see it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we can see it.
All right.
All right, so let's see. So the question is, historical fiction often takes a ton of research and development when writing.
Yeah.
Um, hello, and now it's obvious that you have to do your due diligence when doing something like that. So I'm wondering, can you tell us what your process is when constructing a new novel in historical fiction in respect to, because the historical part of it needs to be identified to have a good write. So tell us a little
Mm-hmm.
bit about your process when writing.
Sure. Yeah, I don't always write in the same historical period. So the process isn't the same for every book. For this one, with French Revolution, I got interested in the French Revolution when I was in college. I was actually taking an art history class, and we started learning about the art of the French Revolution. And it just intrigued me because it was kind of this hole in my education. You learn about the American Revolution, but all I really knew about French was like off with their heads. So um, I got pulled into the history by the story behind a painting called The Death of Marat. And I wanted to know more about this because this guy who got stabbed to death in his bathtub while writing. He had the skin condition that he had to like soak in a mineral bath. It was
Wait,
gross.
he's writing.
Yeah, he
Eh,
was a writer. So it's a painting of him in his bathtub. He was writing and he got stabbed.
who writes in their bathtub?
Um, yeah, he was so controversial. He had to hide in the sewers of Paris and he got this nasty skin problem, so he had to soak all the time. Anyway, so he's in his bathtub writing, and this girl who's like 20 years old comes in and she's the one who stabs him to death, Charlotte Corday. And I was like, what is the story behind this? Like, what girl comes in and stabs a guy writing in his bathtub? So that just kind of pulled me into the story. And I wanted to know more about the time period and how someone could be painted like a martyr, but this young girl would hate him enough to come in and kill him. So I kind of got pulled into, I want to know more about people's lives. I want to know about this girl who took this risk. I want to know about the people who were writing and what they were writing about and why they cared about it so much. So
Right, right.
I started watching just like some History Channel videos, things like that, to kind of get an overview of the period. I've read a couple more like serious history books that I got at Barnes and Noble, and just lots of internet rabbit holes and then fact checking. So I'm just curious. So I like to, I find one interesting thing and it leads to the next interesting thing. But you definitely have to double check, especially on the internet. You can find all kinds of stuff. So the jewelry that I came across, I was doing some period jewelry research and I saw this eye staring out at me and I was like, I have to know more about that. So it's all the rabbit holes. I just, keep going there. But you definitely have to balance out, those reliable sources, making sure that you're fact checking, because your editor will fact check you and find things that you made a mistake on, even if you thought you had done it right. So
absolutely.
Yep.
So can I have you scoot to the right just a bit? Are you able to do that? So can you get center framed? Oh, that's great.
Yep.
All right,
Am I
awesome.
good?
So can you show us the candy one more time?
Yep.
Let's see. What is that?
Can you see it?
Go higher?
I can't. I'm
higher.
Higher? Okay.
Higher. Yeah, that's the one. Let's see. Okay, right there. I got you.
Okay.
All right, guys. So that's that right there. Go ahead, open it up. Give it a try.
Ready for me to eat it? I'm gonna sniff it first again. It smells kind of mapley almost.
Oh, good.
This is good too.
Yeah? Were you
I
worried?
like it. I was worried. I don't know what to expect.
Now, is it a hard candy or is it kind of a chewable?
It's chewy. It's like a Tootsie Roll, but flat.
The same
It's got
kind of
some
chocolate? Yeah.
going on. Yep. It kind of tastes like a Tootsie Roll, but with a little bit of spice in it.
Nice. Spicy chocolate. Interesting.
It's like a spicy Tootsie Roll. Is that one of my choices for what it could be?
Yeah, the spicy Tootsie Roll, that is a choice. No, it's not, but that would have been a good name. Let me see here. Which one is that? All right. So is that called Parlay Melody Chocolatey,
Ooh.
Chocolate Drops, or Kacha Chocolate Teeth Breakers?
Oh,
Ooh.
teeth breakers. Well, it was pretty soft. I did not fear for my teeth. So I'm gonna say the first one.
The first one.
Yep.
Melody Chocolatey.
Melody. I feel a melody coming on here.
I gotta tell you, Lindsay, your taste buds are not serving you wrong. That is correct.
Woohoo!
That's 2 for 2. Let's see if you can do something nobody else has done yet.
Okay.
And get 3 for 3.
Okay.
Okay.
No pressure. All right.
No pressure. But while we're doing that, let's jump in. So it's obvious that historical fiction is a passion of yours, and I'm wondering, what exactly do you hope your readers might gain from reading your book?
Well, I think for this book, definitely I hope that in these turbulent and really polarized times, people will be able to have that benefit of hindsight, looking at history, another time when things were very polarized. You can learn from the past, and trying to see people who disagree with us as human, as people who are still worthy of their opinion, or worthy of love, even if we really disagree with them. So I hope it can kind of encourage more of that middle ground thinking and meeting in the middle.
Sure. All right. Well, I think that you probably will accomplish that, judging by the raving reviews that you've received on that book. And everyone who's watching, please, if you do have any questions, I am checking the chat regularly. Don't be shy. Please ask, and I will be more than happy to ask Lindsay Bandy. And now, is it Lindsay or is it Lindsay?
Lindsay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My parents gave me the AY, but you say it with an E sound.
Gotcha. So, the name of the place, the donut place, that came to me.
Okay.
It's called Krispy Kreme Donuts.
Oh, yeah, Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
yep.
my goodness.
I don't know that they're from here, but we do have them here.
You do? Okay.
They're good, yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, why don't you grab another one? Because I think you've got four. So, you know,
Okay.
I decided to
I
throw a couple of
do.
extras in here.
Oh, okay. I've got a big one and a little one.
All right, what are you going to go with?
I'm gonna go with the little one.
You're going to start with the little one, all right?
Yep, I'm feeling it. Okay, can you see it?
I can see that, yep.
Okay.
I can see clearly now. All right, so
Okay,
that's what that
I'm
is,
gonna open it
guys.
up.
She's opening it.
Oh, this is hard to open.
Yeah, we put a little glue in it.
Thanks a lot. It's the tooth breaker, right?
It's the tooth breaker.
Okay, I think I've almost got it. There we go. All right, here it is. It feels squishy.
Oh, so it's not hard.
Well, it's like gummy feeling. Like
Ah.
it's hard but gummy. It's unusual. Now I'm nervous. It smells funny too. Woo! Whoa, that tastes like it came right out of the garden. Right out of the ground. Wow. Okay.
Tell me more. Tell me what you're feeling. What kind of
My
sensation?
tongue is tingling.
Oh yeah, is it sour?
It's weird. It tastes like, I imagine that it's probably electric green. I don't know, but it tastes green.
Get out of here. You are fascinating.
Is it green?
It's totally green.
Really?
Yes,
That's so weird. I promise I didn't peek. It just tastes green.
That's fascinating.
I think it's clearing my sinuses.
I don't think I've ever in my life heard somebody say that something tastes a color, and you nailed it.
Wow.
All right.
It's starting to grow on me a little bit though. Like it's less gross.
Okay, so the
I almost
first
feel like it's like medicinal. So I don't know what you slipped me here, but
it's the Indian magic.
yeah, I'm feeling good.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's get into it. Before I ask you the options on that, let me ask you another question here. You know what? Let's do the options first because this one might take a few. Okay.
I think I might take this out of my mouth. Is that okay with you?
Oh, so it's not something you can finish eating then, huh? It's hard candy.
I don't know if I can talk with it. Yeah, it's definitely hard candy.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Take it off.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So, is that called suckable passion fruit hard candy?
Ooh.
Passion's heart candy, or Kacha mango bites?
Okay, no wait. Now I gotta taste it again. Passion or mango?
Now that is the question.
I think it's the mango.
Well, you are absolutely right. Kacha
Woo!
mango bites. Now, at this point in the game, you've gotten more correct than anyone else on the show, but you have 4, and I want to see if you can do it all the way around. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna save this baby for later.
So you can save it for later. Let's talk for a moment about is it Hélène?
I say it Hélène usually.
Okay.
But in French, you would say it Hélène.
Hélène.
So it depends on how fancy you want to be.
All right.
You don't have to be fancy.
And this is the main character of your book.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is she structured around anyone that you might know personally?
Probably most like myself, honestly.
So if someone wanted to get to know you a little bit, maybe they should read the book.
I think so.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and grab the next one before we jump into this question here?
Okay.
And this is the last one, right?
I think so.
All right.
Yep.
And that one is this right here, guys. All right. Go ahead and crack that one open and give it a go.
Feels kind of crunchy. It's crumbly.
Is it all broken up on you?
Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna make a mess here. Okay, here's a little bit.
Oh, it is broken, huh?
Yeah.
See if you can get a hole in there so we can see it.
Okay. I'm just waiting for my cat to show up and pounce on me here, thinking it's a treat bag. Okay, there we go. There's a whole one. So a little square, kind of crumbly.
Is it like a wheat thin?
Mm, no, it's flakier than a wheat thin.
Flakier than a wheat thin.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like a club cracker, but a little flakier than that.
Okay.
It's definitely salty. It
Okay.
tastes like a little bit, maybe almost a little bit of peanut in there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Wonderful.
Okay, you can give me my choices. I'm ready.
Okay. Is that called Ritz Salties, Parley Crackjack, or India's original salty and sweet crackers?
Well, I do taste salty and sweet.
Okay.
Let me think. I'm gonna taste one more here.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my gut and say salty and sweet.
So India's original salty and sweet crackers?
Yep.
I'm sorry. That is not the right answer. It is the Parley Crackjacks.
That was my second choice, man. They're good though.
Yeah, very, very tasty. I
Give me some good
appreciate you.
stuff. I was afraid of how curried it might all be, so this is good.
I try my best to find the craziest snacks, and you can take your blindfold off now if you'd like.
Okay.
I try to find the craziest snacks, but I'm kind of up against, and I'm trying to switch this around right now. But
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I'm kind of up against I get boxes sent to me, and I truly don't know what's going to be in them. So I try to find the most interesting snacks in that box, for that country to send out, something that. But sometimes you just don't have those gooey centers and whatnot that you're looking for.
That's okay. No, they were good though. I was afraid they might be really gross and I was gonna have to spit them in my spitty napkin. So, I
I'm
had
glad
like
you
my
had
mom
that.
kit prepared. Yeah.
All right, so let me finish off with this. It's evident that her parents, meaning Hélène, haven't led the most honest life with your mention of their unforgivable footsteps. Now, can you give
Yeah.
us a little bit more detail into their actions and how it might have affected Hélène,
Well,
without giving too much
I will
away?
say, okay, I will say that a lot of the mystery really affects how she sees herself and her own identity, for sure. I will also say that there may be a murder involved.
Mm,
So
I like it.
there's definitely a dead person, and how they died is what she's trying to find out.
Great.
Yeah, so her parents were part of a love triangle, and she ends up in one herself, and she has to sort of make her decisions, how similar or different she's going to behave than her own mother and father.
Mm. Does this have anything to do with your history?
No.
Let's hope not, right?
No, that part's fiction. I didn't kill anybody. My parents haven't killed anybody, at least that they've told me. So, no.
But before we close up, we like to keep this at about 30 minutes. We're rounding that completion here. But before we close up, tell us about the Whoop Award that you received. I want to learn a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah, sure. So I've been working with the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators since 2014, and all of us on staff with our local regions were volunteers. So I'm in the Eastern Pennsylvania region, and I used to be their blog master, and then I was the regional advisor for a while. So we plan conferences and events. And so through that, one of the perks from being a regional advisor is that you can apply for a grant for a project that you're working on. So the project that I'm working on now is set in 1957 in Hamburg, Germany. And it features a main character who has dissociation.
Mhm.
So instead of calling it the multiple personalities, it's dissociation. It's basically a survival technique. And so the more that I learned about that, the more fascinated I became with it. And also the more I realized that most books and movies portray people who have that disorder as having, one very shy and sweet persona, and then the other one's a serial killer. And most of the people who live with DID are much more likely to hurt themselves than anyone else. So I'm really passionate about telling those stories, and I've gotten to know some really great people who have DID who've helped me with my research. So I applied for the grant through SCBWI to help me to be able to pay some of the people who have given their time, given their stories to me. So I won, and I was shocked and excited. So I did receive that grant, and that's allowing me to compensate some of the people who've been helping me. And I was supposed to be able to go to a conference, 2020, no conferences. That's rescheduled in 2021. And I'm excited to get to know some more people and understand their experience better, and have them read a little bit for me and make sure that I'm doing them justice as I tell that story.
Well, congratulations. And you got that in what,
Thank you.
2014?
The award was from it was the end of 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So I've been working with SCBWI since 2014, but I didn't
that's
get
what it is. Okay.
award. Yeah. Yep. But they're a great organization for children's and young adult writers.
Awesome. Well, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, and you would like to find out more about Lindsay Bandy, all of her tags, her social media, her website, and the link to the book is going to be in the description of this video. And Lindsay, I'm gonna leave the floor to you. Why don't you go ahead and tell them anything you might be working on, anything you'd like them to know about anything as kind of a closing for our show.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This is really fun
No,
and
you're welcome.
exciting. And I would love it if you guys check the book out. You can get a Kindle version on Amazon if you want to read it like tonight. You can also get a hardback from my publisher, Blackstone. That's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, all the major book retailers. And you can also get it through your local indie with Bookshop. So I hope you'll check it out, and I'm happy to send signed book plates also to anywhere in the US. So just send me a message on one of my socials or through my website, and I'm happy to send you one.
All right, everyone. Well, that is going to do it for tonight's show. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Now, if you've enjoyed tonight's show, let us know by hitting that like button. It really does help us. And subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Okay? You can find us at YouTube, right at youtube.com/Bookology. A special thank you goes out to our ever-growing Facebook followers as we quickly approach 3,500 followers now. So thank you so much. We would really love to get you guys, some of you, over to the YouTube, where you can find much more than just these episodes. There's going to be funny bloopers, behind the scenes fun, and so much more, okay? So until then, remember, keep reading, keep writing, and always follow your heart when trying to decide what's the best course of action in your life.